Hello, trusty backers. It's I, Brian, and I'm here to go over a little bit of housekeeping that needs to be done if you ordered the Revelo Bestiary pawns. I'm also going to be unboxing it as well. Now, I love how these pawns turned out. The color is amazing. They're really crisp, but there's a little bit of a hiccup when it comes to some of the bases being a little snug on certain pieces. There's just a certain amount of tolerance with the cutting that occurs in the manufacturing process. So I've had a couple of bases snap on me before I realized what needed to be done, and I wanted to kind of share that with you. So I know this is super zoomed in, but I'm going to open the box. And inside the box, we have all of the pawns protected in a nice plastic wrapper with a rubber band, just to make sure nothing got damaged when shipping to everyone. Okay, I'm going to move the box out of the way, and then this package itself, it's just a real easy open. It's got a nice crinkly sound to the paper. Then each one of these sheets is separated with a film that is on both sides. So at first you're going to think, okay, the color looks okay, but it looks really good once you peel it off. So the peeling process can be a little bit difficult. I have to get in there with a fingernail and start to peel it a little bit, and then peel away. And then you'll start to see how some of the color really starts to pop on it. Let's see. And if you like all the magical sounds, that is how it goes. Okay. You'll see that the color is starting to come out crisp. Come on, get in there for a little focus. It's going to zoom in sooner or later. But then some of them, it doesn't peel off. You can kind of tell because there's like a little waviness of the film on top of it. So I'm just going to pop that out. Oh. And you can see it just pops out like that. Now the other side still has a film on it. So you have to do the same thing where you get a fingernail, or I've even used a slight knife underneath of it. But now you'll see how vibrant the color is on that. And with this, once you have that out, there are bases, there's sheets of bases. Some of the individual ones have bases on them, and they too have the film on them. And I find that sometimes on the circles, it's a little bit harder to find an edge to get underneath of. So I'll take an X-Acto knife and just slightly go under it just a little bit, and then pull up, just so it'll give me a little bit of give to be able to then pull the saran wrap off of it. Then you have to do it on the other side as well. I mean, technically you don't have to. You could leave one side where it's got kind of a frosted acetate on it, but you'll see it is super clear. Now, the issue that I've run into is sometimes when I go to put here to here, it's a little bit snug. Number one, when you're putting them together, put the base down on a hard surface and come in at a slight angle, and if it feels like it's going to be too tight, then you may have to shave it a little bit. But this one worked great. Okay, the base worked fantastic. It's easy and ready to go. There are larger bases for some of the bigger creatures, but I just kind of wanted to show how that worked. Let's see if I can find one where it's not going to fit quite so well, so I can kind of show you how to shave it down. Now with this, I'm just going to pull off one of the larger bases. I'm going to do the same thing where I kind of go in at a real slight angle and try and just get under the film a little bit with the X-Acto blade. If you don't have an X-Acto blade for this, you could probably use a pair of tweezers. Hopefully you'll have something that'll work. And then it looks like it's clear. Usually you can tell if one side, oh, nope. There's a layer there. I just need to get underneath of it. There we go. It's so clear. This plastic is so clear that sometimes you won't even realize it's there. So let's see. You know what? Since this sheet that I pulled out has the Zygax, I'm going to go ahead and do that one because it's massive and I love the colors on this. Okay, that one, you saw how easily that film came off. The other side, it might not be so easy. One thing that I will do, they are printed on one side. So if you happen to be needing to pull the film off with a blade on a side that has the color, I would always go down like around the base and try and snag it from there, just so you don't accidentally scrape some of the ink and scrape that off, because that would be a shame. So I've got it mostly, and then it's peeled off. Ooh, it's focused for a second, and ooh, those colors look good. So now let's try again, let's see if there's any issues. No, that one fits in just fine as well. Now if it doesn't fit in great, what I have done is I have gone into some of the bases with an X-Acto knife and just shaved a little bit, just a couple of clean strokes, and then go in, and I always go in at an angle so you have one corner in and tilt down. Don't do it in the air. Don't try and do it like this. I mean, it works when they're not super snug, but if it's really snug, you want it to be on a hard surface. And if you're pushing and it's resisting too much, you're gonna snap the base in half. I've done that to a handful of them, and once I realized, then all I did was I would come into this corner. You will see this corner, whoops, like one of the corners where the name is. Where are we? Come on. I cannot navigate backwards. Okay, right here. And I would then just scrape up with an X-Acto blade. And what that does is that starts to shave it down just a little bit. And keep going, just work slowly, and then you'll be able to get it to fit in the base. One of the best things about that is the bases, once they're are on good. And so you're gonna pick them up at the gaming table and move them around, and the bases aren't gonna fall off. So that's really all there is to it, but you may have to shave some of them down. Just take your time with them, and again, one of the most time-consuming things is pulling the film off, but the film is great because it keeps them in nice and pretty shape. You also may find some of them, the cut may not be all the way to where it should be, and if it is, just find where it is loose, and just go ahead and gently pop it out, and it's going to pop out just fine. Just like that. And hopefully when you pop it out, it'll pull one of the pieces of film so you can pull that off. And then turn the other side down. Just get a little bit under there and peel it up. Boom. Then you've got nice, let's see if it'll focus on this, because I love the vibrant colors of the dire leopard. There we go. And we'll even pop out one more base, and then we will call it a video. Again, this base still has film on both sides. I'm gonna try and do it with my fingernails. Nope, no luck. But my fingernails are not very long either, so just come in almost at a almost completely perpendicular with the ground, parallel with the ground, and then get the other side. There we go. You can start to see where it's like the skin of the plastic will start to pull up. And let's see if this one has a hard time. Nope, but that one's nice and snug as well. So that's it. I wanted to show you how to do these just in case you ran into issues. If you run into problems, hit me up. I will help walk you through it if need be. Thank you so much for supporting this project, and I can't wait till these get in your hands if they haven't already. Thanks.